What's up? I'm here for the Ma review. I was so excited for this movie to come out. Like when I seen it, I was like, man, this shit it looks really good. So, what drew me to this movie was like, it was, it was like, it's like, I knew it wasn't serious. Like, it wasn't to be taken serious. So I knew that. So you have to think about that when you're going into the movie. So the production budget was $5 million. Let's keep that in mind here. It was $5 million budget. Okay, so let's get started. It takes place, I don't know where, but I know that this girl, her and her mom moves from San Diego. Oh, this is a spoiler video. I do spoilers. So this girl, her and her mother moved from San Diego to someplace. I can't remember. So she starts a new school. The mom starts working at a casino. So the girl meets this girl in a wheelchair. And she's like, my wheelchair is an electric wheelchair and it doesn't work. So she's like, well, I can just push it for you. So she helps her. You know, she's new. She's being nice to her. You know, she's just a sweet girl. So she's sitting in the light. So there's this little dude that keeps walking by looking at her. You know, he likes what he sees. So this pretty girl comes up to her and is like, hey, you're the new kid. You know, why are you moving in the middle of the school year? Like, that's strange. So she was just like, oh, my mom picked up and we came here. So she's like, hey, you know, listen, we be going out drinking, having a good time. So here's my number. You know, let's hang out. She was like, nah, you know, I'm really, you know, just trying to keep to myself out. You know, that's what my mom tells me to do. So she goes home, and her mom's supposed to hang out, but the mom couldn't go out because she had to go work overtime. So she ended up calling the people like, hey, let me roll with y'all. So they go to a store and they tell her, oh, you're new, you know, get out and try to get someone to buy some beer and stuff. So they keep asking and asking, and people keep saying, no, I can't do it because, you know, they're in high school and they're underage. So they finally run into Octavia Spencer, and she says, you know, no, I can't do it. Then she looks at the truck. It's like a truck with a business name on it, you know, like a heating and air truck, you know, little white van, creepy van. That's what they're rolling around town in. So she looks at it, and she recognizes the name. She's like, you know what? I will help you out. Give me the money. So she goes in there, she buys the liquor, and she's like, you know what? Y'all need to come party at my house because y'all don't need to be out, you know, at the Rock partying. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll come to your house. So then she starts just doing a little weird shit, you know, don't come upstairs. They keep hearing random noises. Don't come upstairs. Don't ever come upstairs. So, push come to shove, they end up leaving, you know, going, as you see in the trailer, what you see in the trailer is pretty much how the movie goes. They keep going back and forth to the house, you know, she does weird little creepy shit, and they party and they drink. And then, you know, once the school find out about it, now they're trying to come over and get in on the action. So what the movie is really about, because I'm not going to every detail, but what the movie's about, basically, she peeped the van at the store and it had a company name, and she always knew who the company was. Who the company is these kids, the dude driving the van, that's his dad's van. And back in high school, the same high school they go to now, she went to that back in the day. And the kids were mean to her, and actually they were so mean that the boy driving the van, who has the crush on the new girl in school, he told one of the popular girls in high school, you know, tell her to meet me in the janitor's closet. So one of the popular girls gives her the note, and she also puts her on lipstick, and she's like, listen, we need you to go do fellatio, you know, go down on him, and this is how you do it, XYZ. So she goes in the closet, you know, she was the nerd, the little black girl nerd in school, and she goes and do it. So he's like, she's like, are you gonna talk to me after I do, you know, since I did this to you, are you gonna talk to me afterwards? And he's like, you know, let's just get out of here before we get caught. So when he walks out the closet and then she walks out the closet, everybody's standing there like, and she's embarrassed. So basically he set her up to be bullied or whatever. So that she's been holding on to this grudge for so long. Like she can't, like she couldn't get moved past it. they're in their 40s now, and she couldn't get past it. So when she seen the kids, she was like, this is my way of getting back to them for humiliating me and doing what they did to me. So she ends up getting them drunk, letting them drink and getting them drunk and stuff, and she ends up stealing their stuff. The final scene comes to, she ended up stealing so much of their stuff, the two girls go back to the house to retrieve their things. They break into her house and start trying to look for stuff. Look for their earrings, their bracelets, all type of shit she done stole. So she's not there, but her daughter is there. Her daughter is actually the girl in the wheelchair. Like, but she's walking. So it's like, I thought you was in a wheelchair. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm in the wheelchair, but I can walk sometimes. I can't go. There's like, why haven't you been at school? Because, you know, I met you on my first day of school. Where have you been? She's like, well, I've been really sick, you know, and, you know, my mom keeps me out of school because I've been very sick. So she's like, you know, you guys got to get out of here before mom comes back. So as they're leaving, mom's pulling up. So that's how they get trapped in the house. So Ma, her name is Sue Ann, but one of the black dudes, he started calling her Ma because she's like a motherly figure because she was playing it real cool with them at the beginning. So, you know, they start calling her Ma. And she was just like, Ma gets home and she just has all these plots about, she's really trying her damnedest to outsmart them. You know, she works at a veterinary clinic. So she has access to a lot of the drugs that they use to put dogs to sleep, you know, whether to euthanize them or just put them to sleep during surgery, stuff like that. She has access to all that. So she's walking around stabbing them in the neck, you know, to make them go to sleep for a long period of time. She put them on leashes, you know, she puts leashes and hangs them, you know, hangs it to a certain place because she calls herself treating them like dogs, because in her opinion, people who do wrong by people are dogs. They're not even humans. You're behaving like a dog. So she puts them on leashes and stuff. And what happened was her daughter was like, I want to go back to school, you know. And her mom's like, no, you can't go back to school. People are evil. You know, I'm trying to isolate you and stuff. And she's like, you can't go back to school. So she's sick and tired of this. So she hears all the rumbling downstairs. See, Ma thinks she done gave her daughter a dose to go to sleep, but she didn't. Like, the daughter wakes up and she hears all the rumbling downstairs. The police came out and everything to check up on things. She almost got called. You know, in typical fashion, police comes to your house, check things out. Nothing's going on, so they leave. So after the police leave, you know, that's when she's down there trying to kill them and do all type of shit, torture them and stuff. So the daughter hears it. She runs downstairs. She pushes her mom down the stairs. She knocks over a candle that's burning, so the house starts catching on fire. One of the girls' moms, well, the girl who had just moved into town, her mom was like, I know where she's at. I'm about to go save my daughter. So her and her little gay coworker from, you know, he was funny as hell in the movie, but they go to the house to save the children, and just in the nick of time, they get all the children out the house. And the girl was like, she stabs Ma, but Ma doesn't die. And they're outside coughing because of the smoke, and, you know, they just been tortured, so they're in really bad shape. So Ma looks outside the window and look at them, all them suffering and stuff. And then she goes, the house is on fire. Instead of going outside, you know, the new girl in town, she saves the daughter, because Ma tried, when the house was on fire, Ma tried, was like, okay, y'all gonna get y'all kids and go, but mine stay here. She's gonna die with me in the house. And the new girl, she saves the daughter, like, no, you're coming with us. Your mom's crazy. She's bad shit. So they get her out the house. Ma goes upstairs. She looks out the window, see them all coughing and, you know, badly, you know, just shaken up by what she's been doing, torturing them. So after she closes the window, she goes upstairs with the dude. She has the dude trapped in her house. They didn't know that, but the little boy, his dad that, you know, did that to her back in high school, he's upstairs, and she threatened to cut off his dick and everything, pulled it out, and, you know, in the movie and everything. But she had him, you know, tied to a bed. So instead of, she replaced his blood with doll blood, because she had some little thing like they had in the hospital, IV she had dog blood running through his veins. It was just really weird. And in the movie, she got on top of him, and I don't know if she gave him a kiss or something, but basically she laid down beside him, and I guess that's how the movie ended. So I'm guessing she died in the house with him. I think the movie was a great movie. I think Octavia played her part. She did very well. Like, it was so many funny moments. I want to go on opening weekend because I want to be around a lot of people. Because reactions make the movie better. Especially a movie you don't have high expectations. Like, it's not an Oscar-winning movie. It's just one of those, good time movies. So it's like, I love the audience reactions. A lot of funny parts in it. The grandma that cussed Octavia out at the nail salon, that was everything and some, because Ma was watching something on her phone, and she was like, damn, can you cut that down? She was like, can you get out my business? She said, well, bitch, you making it my business. When you all in, that's how it be. You're making it my business. People like, stay out my business. You're making your business is my business, because now you couldn't keep your shit private. So now I gotta know. It was just hilarious, funny moments. I loved Octavia because I felt like she is a veteran actress. Like, she knew the script. She knew that this movie was kind of like, it wasn't an Oscar-winning movie. It was what it was. And she knew that. And she knew how to play the movie. Like, she knew not to take it too serious. But she knew where the screenwriter was trying to go. And the screenwriter wanted, it wasn't really a thriller. The screenwriter just wanted you to know. See, if you watch a lot of movies, or if that's your thing, you have to think about, what is the screenwriter trying to portray to me, and do they care about me being entertained, because that's why I paid money. If we can do those two things, in my opinion, it's a good movie. And for me watching a movie, I was entertained, number one. And number two, I don't feel like the screenwriter was trying to play on your mind. I feel like the screenwriter wanted you to know that she was bullied in high school, and she wanted revenge. And it was not a logical way she went about it, but she wanted revenge, and she decided to take it out on the children of the people who did it to her. And that's what she did in the movie. And Octavia knew that. She knew that, whatever, this is silly, but, that's what they want to portray, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think she did a great job. She was light when she needed to be light, and she was heavy when she needed to be heavy. So it was an very interesting movie. It's just one of those, take what you take from it, whatever. Me personally, the message of the movie was she really just she got stuck in childhood. People do become traumatized in childhood, and they carry it for so long, and they want to get out and get revenge and all this type of stuff. People change. People maybe don't change, but you know what? Like Beyonce said, the greatest revenge in life is to do well. Beyonce said the greatest revenge is your paper. The greatest revenge in life is just to do well in life. And she couldn't move past it. You got to grow up, get the job you want, the family, the this, the that, and you can't stay scared of the world and isolated. You still got to move forward and push through and all that type of stuff. We all have been through. So you just got to push through, and she was just stuck on it for too long. So, and it was not right for her to be taking out on the kids, because the kids, she don't even know that the little girl that she tried to, the new girl in town, she was nice to your daughter. See, she didn't even know that. So she had displaced anger, and it wasn't towards the right person. So when you're watching a movie, you're gonna have that disgust, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, these are kids. These kids ain't do nothing to you. You should have took that, all that smartness and trying to outsmart, you should have took that out on the parents. The kids ain't had nothing to do with that. They're innocent in this. So she was wrong. So you are going to have that what the fuck type of thing. But other than that, it was a great movie. You'll enjoy it for what it's worth. I give it a B+. I give it a B+. There's some things that were that just wasn't logical. Like, that can't happen in real life. But it was great, and it was entertaining. That's all I got. See you next review.